It's weird he's not sleeping in the rock.
You're
Wait,
so boring.
how much time do you think he spent in the rock before you awoke him? He probably doesn't want to go back into rock
That's
form.
probably a comfort for him, though, you know?
He unloaded like the whole truck.
He's a good worker, dude.
That rock's made of crack.
Mm-hmm.
So he's tired. He deserves it. Leave him alone.
And,
Okay.
and as long as he's sleeping, he doesn't realize that we passed like 4 loves.
Just why not revert to rock form? Why stay in this meat body?
Is this about you not having as much space as you had before back there?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
sharing a hammock with the guy, you know? It's weird.
At least he's letting you lay on him, not
Yeah.
the other way around.
The hammock, you never know. You go to sleep one way, you wake up the other way.
Yeah. Your boner ever get caught in that?
In the hammock?
Yeah.
He sleeps facing down.
My
It's strange when it rolls across your chest when you hit a bump.
I noticed like a white streak on the bottom there. Is that
It's like
from
a-
every time I stop you, your boner
It's like a slug.
scrapes?
yeah.
Ooh, like a slug.
Yeah. I don't know if it's piss. I don't know.
No, it's like a pre-seminal fluid.
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
Anyway. Hey, Kron.
Yeah.
Road sign shooting challenge.
Come on, man. It's like 2 a.m.
Let me load up the gun.
Fuck.
What? It's a perfect night. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, let me roll this window down. I go first. Oh! That was a direct hit, dude.
Yeah, you hit the
What do
L.
you got? And don't blast it right in front of my face this time, Kron.
Watch this.
Oh!
Huh? Are we at the loves?
No, not yet, dude. I think the truck's just backfiring.
Hey, man, you can sleep in the rock, by the way.
That was never in. I'll settle for a
Crod.
flying
My turn,
J
Crod.
if we.
Oh, I think I missed. Fuck!
Yeah, but you hit the cop car that was parked behind that bulletin board.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Rock guy said flying J. It threw
All
me
right,
all
hold
off my
on.
things. We're a love truck.
I'll point back the
Don't-
other way.
Don't
and I'll
shoot at the cop. Do
I'll
not shoot at the cop.
If I shoot
Dan,
the sign,
tell him
he'll
to put
know
the gun
we're
down.
shooting. He'll know we're shooting
Put the-
signs.
I think you should shoot him.
All right.
Nope.
I'm going to hit the sign. I'm not going to hit the cop car.
No, I'm gonna hit the
Hit the
brake.
sign.
I'm gonna. If you hold that gun out, I'm gonna hit the brake. Fuck. What did you hit? Did you shoot through the floor?
Oh, why'd you hit the brake, dude?
Because I
had the
told you
shot
I
lined
would.
up.
God damn it. Hey, Rock Guy, take that gun away from him, please.
Oh, okay. Give me that.
This dude's got cracked reflexes, man.
Dude, it's your rock anyway. I mean,
Loser.
the water that's coming up through the floor smells a
ain't
lot
water.
like gasoline. You
This
guys
cop
smell that?
is still
Yeah, I'm-
behind us, Bones.
Yeah, he's gaining speed because I'm pretty sure fucking Kron shot the gas tank.
Okay, you hit the brake, dude.
Don't stop.
I had the shot lined up.
Well, we're fucked.
I win.
Yeah. He's going to be on our
No.
ass. Plus, even if I
Yeah.
got away, he can follow the fucking gas trail.
I hit the gas tank, dude. That's not that big.
You gotta hit the signs.
It's
dude,
a
not the
giant
truck.
fucking gas tank, Kron.
It's not that big. And I
Takes a
shot
long time
through
to
the
fill 'em
fucking
up.
floor,
Takes me
dude.
6 fucking hours.
It's not like I could see it.
I've been fucking so many waitresses while filling these gas tanks. You have no fucking idea.
Hopefully nobody has any drugs.
We're going to jail, man. It's a stolen fucking truck.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
And I've been missing for 3 weeks.
Dan, pray to the rock
That's your
guy.
own fault.
Dan, pray to Rock Guy. He can get us out of this.
No.
If you pray to me, maybe I'll say it was the other two that did this and kind of leave you out of it.
Oh, it's fucking weak, bro.
I saved you, dude. I saved you
these
from a
free
life
miles?
in a rock.
Nah, it's fucking bullshit. All right.
Fuck it, man. Take me in. I don't give a shit.
Honestly, there's not much we can do. I'd say we got about 2 hours of fuel left. So,
Sounds like a small gas tank. to
fuck
me.
it. Let me.
Pretty hard to hit through.
Okay.
a fucking
So now you're
floor.
saying your little pea shooter.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
the bullet,
I win.
the giant bullet, hit a tiny fucking tank.
You know what?
It's a 22.
Just for that, Kron, I'm making you watch a fucking masterpiece. This week on 5 Day Rentals, Little Bad Guys comes to an end with Revenge of the Red Baron. Hello and welcome to 5 Day Rentals. My name is Bones. Oh, baby. One night under the big top, Little Bad Guys. Let me tell you, we got the baddest. And I don't want to assume, but this is a guy. Not only that, he's coming for fucking revenge. So up top, Laundry Dan. We fucking nailed it, right?
I think we did so good on
We
this category.
fucking nailed it. Hey, Kron.
We're really good at this.
Hey, buddy, get Chris in here
Why? You feel like
So-
he's going to be on your side?
so we can all talk freely.
Okay. That's right. Let's cut the shit. A poor guy who may or may not live in a rock, who was guilted into spending damn near a month talking Little Bad Guys, but he'd probably be the first to tell you that he'll wake up at 6 a.m. to talk
That's
chop.
right.
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Little Bad Guys. Speak freely, Kron.
I don't know if this movie meets all the criteria.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know if it
I'm
does.
going to boot you from the fucking Zoom. How does this
Why?
not? It's a little bad guy having
Well,
fun, killing
it's a-
people.
It's a little guy, that's for sure.
Okay.
So you're on the side of the Germans in World
No.
War One. You're saying
Here's
they're-
what I'm saying.
that's what
Here's
I'm
what I'm
hearing.
saying. I'm saying history is written by the winners. And if Germany had won World War I, would this not be a whimsical farce about one of our greatest war heroes?
No.
Hey,
We're in
man.
America, you asshole.
Hey, man.
I'm saying, though,
Hey, can
this
I get
is
a
a-
look at your signal chats?
this is a real... what's it? This is a real man in the high tower scenario, dude.
Nobody watched that show. Craig.
Kron, stop, please.
Just
I'm
admit it, dude.
Okay, if we want to go by current U.S. politics... No, that sounds bad. That sounds real
By
bad.
basic morality,
If we
maybe?
want to go by history, I guess we can call this a little bad guy. I'm just saying.
Okay, Kron, let's say he wasn't a German,
hmm
right? Specifically, they weren't the Axis powers by this point, right? That's a 2 thing, right?
Yeah, that's 2.
Okay. Let's say it was just a crazy little fighter pilot who now embodies a little RC car or
Mhm.
RC plane, excuse me. He kills a nosy neighbor. Sure, he's nosy. That's bad. He kills a poor orderly who got his life turned around. That's pretty bad. He kills a dad that wants nothing more than his son to show a little discipline. It's pretty bad.
Bones, I love all the examples you're giving here, but there's an easier way to this. Kron, name another famous fighter pilot.
I don't know another one.
Exactly.
Biggs Darklighter.
There you go. Biggs Darklighter.
That's a wrestler.
I don't know.
Porkins?
Goose?
That's a
He was a
Jack
navigator.
fictional character.
Amelia
can't.
Earnhardt.
Maverick?
She failed.
Yeah, she flew right into that wall.
She was just trying to fly, though, right? She wasn't a fighter pilot.
She was fighting for women's rights to
Could have been.
trying to fly through that glass ceiling. I'm just realizing I said Earnhardt.
Amelia
Earhart.
Earhart.
Yeah.
I mean, Dale Earnhardt, also a tragic wreck.
Yeah, and he drove into a wall.
Mhm.
What's the Henry Rollins joke? He drove a car till he died. Chris, have you ever seen Revenge of the Red Baron?
No, I hadn't.
You're not
Hadn't
one of
even
the,
heard of it.
not one of the 51 people on Letterboxd that have.
Shamefully, no. I think it was
Hey.
closer to like 250, actually.
Oh, okay.
256.
For what, on Letterboxd?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, 165 people rated it. So I guess another 100 just watched it and just said,
Yeah.
not worth my time.
Or they couldn't put into words this family adventure plus
Mhm.
murder.
Or they're part of this growing movement of like, I don't rate stuff. I just heart movies.
All right. New World Pictures. Roger Corman. It's my understanding the intent of this was to be more violent. And then he came in and said, no, this isn't dark enough. And it's easier to just trim it down and make it a PG or PG-13 movie.
Was
Anybody
it
else look this
PG?
up?
I couldn't find shit about this movie.
Okay.
The tagline, that's about it.
I may have just
I mean,
thought that up in a dream. I don't know.
I saw it was New World, so I mean, Corman's obviously involved. And I think Corman's always just like, well, how can I make the most dollars, for...
Yeah.
I'm trying to spend less dollars to make more dollars. So I guess he thought this will be my foray into family adventure films.
Shocking that he even has that as an option. That it wasn't like, bring in a busload of busty babes.
Mhm.
Dad's having a pool party. You know?
Well,
I
that was-
think if you did the normal Corman things for this movie, if you added those, then this has zero audience. I think they somehow decided they could sell this as a family film. Like that was the audience. It's not, but
So
I don't think
when I had picked this and Kron was very adamant about he must kill, this can't be a fucking Pinocchio situation. There must be murder. I was already aware of the murder. But when Dan bought the DVD and took a picture of it and it said family adventure on it, I did have a little bit of a panic, like, oh shit, that I watched like an uncut version on YouTube and the version that Dan bought is trimmed. But there's full-fledged murder in this, man. Once the Red Baron gets some rounds, there's like 7 murders in this, man.
the VHS that they ripped to the DVD stops at one point
Mhm.
and picks back up.
All the murders are bloodless.
No, there's some blood.
Yeah.
There's like a dot that shows up on your shirt when you
No.
get shot by his tiny bullets.
The police guy at the end has a shit ton of blood on his shirt. when he falls down. You got beat, Kron. Like, come on. We did it fairly and squarely, okay?
The titles of these categories just have to get progressively longer and longer.
Oh my God.
I don't even get like an attaboy for it being revenge based.
In the title.
Yeah.
I like the pick better than Pinocchio, I guess. Because Pinocchio is just a straight kids movie. This movie doesn't know what it wants to be.
So you'd rather watch this over Pinocchio?
Well, for this show, I guess. You picked a revenge movie. You picked a little guy who is bad by historical standards. Good job, Bones.
Hey,
Thank you.
was that so hard?
Yes.
God damn, man.
Fucking hurts, dude.
Hey, Chris, why don't you lead this bad boy off? It's time to rate Bones' letterbox.
Bones likes things more than everyone else. So I don't know, 2.
This movie currently has 9 5-star ratings on Letterboxd. Could Bones push this into the double digits? Let's pray not. I'm gonna go 2 as well.
I'm going 2.5.
All right. Guys, let's go to France, 1918. That old ragtime piano just going fucking haywire.
Public domain, baby. We don't gotta pay for any of these tunes.
The last year of the Great War.
Scott Joplin, the entertainer, over and over again.
There's so much ragtime in this. It made me mad every time it came on.
Guys, let me tell you, ain't nothing quiet about this dogfight. Red Baron just absolutely devastating a bunch of guys. Somebody comes in, though. Fucking ace pilot. Gets the Red Baron in his sights. It may or may not be a little Tobey Maguire. Put that away. This little boy says, "It's over, Baron." And the Red Baron, in his best Lin-Manuel Miranda goatee, yells, "It's never over, Herr Spencer. Never." They fucking exchange some fire. Spencer gets hit, but bam. Spencer gets the Red Baron. He's shot. He's about to crash land just as a lightning strike hits his plane. And baby, cue more of that ragtime and some beautiful Game of Pleasure-esque credits and animations.
And I mean, this all, like, they didn't have one plane for this movie, right? This is all miniature aircrafts.
They shot the, like, actors in a biplane at a aviation museum that let them in for an hour and a half.
Yeah. But all the flying stuff, like even this, it's just, you can tell it's tiny little planes and some guys over there like...
Wherever they got the footage from, you can see the cameras on on top of the biplanes too. It's like they were, they're just flying around and shooting their own coverage. Top Gun Maverick style.
One of our greatest fighter pilots in the history of America.
Chris.
Are you going to see F1?
Right next to Big Norman.
I'm a CF1.
All right.
And I'm pretty stoked is too strong. I'm intrigued by this Miami Vice announcement.
All right.
Chris, are you in at this point? We got this dogfight. We got this shitty animation.
No, I was not in. We go from, like I said, The Entertainer, Scott Joplin ragtime to fucking JJ the Jet Plane opening credits. No, I wasn't in.
Okay. Will you tell me once you're in?
If we get to that point.
Okay. I'm holding out hope. Fingers crossed as I scroll with my mouse here. All right.
Kron, were you mad that you didn't find this movie?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm mad that they didn't get this script into the hands of Charles Band. Because the whole time I was watching this, I was like, oh man, Band could have cooked with this thing, dude.
Well, I had that question wrote down. I was like, did Puppet Master ever do a Red Baron? Because, I mean, he went Nazis, so.
Yeah, they do a lot of World War II stuff.
I
feel
did he
like
ever jump
in,
back to World War One.
No, not that I recall, but in, what was the fucking shitty one that Craig Zoller did?
First Strike or Littlest Strike?
Yeah,
Littlest Strike.
I feel like there was one that had like a helicopter head or something like
the
that.
guy's head off, and he pisses on his own head.
Mm-hmm.
But
Movies
yeah, I
are
mean,
cool, man.
I didn't think that movie was that bad.
It's okay. I mean, it doesn't have like the charm of the old Puppet Master movies,
Yeah.
but
It's no
it was
Revenge
fine.
of the Red
I
Baron.
mean, we watched it all together, and
yeah, I
fine.
think we talked about this on an episode I was on, but I hate that movie because it's just like the whole thing of Puppet Master is that they fight Nazis, and like I really hate that they then turned them into Nazis. Just during that time period, it was always like, you know, it would be more ridiculous than like zombies would be like zombies that are Nazis. And I just hate that whole trend of like Nazis. Like that'll make it like funny and over the top. It's fucking stupid.
Kron, this comes across Charles Band's desk,
Mhm.
and he's like, fuck, I got Albert Payun for one more on his contract. Some bitch. Bitch.
That'll finally be his 50th movie
Fuck,
directed
yeah.
for me.
The scope of this thing would be incredible, dude.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Charles Band, though, like, I mean, they might have got the script to him, but
Yeah.
he probably said, like, well, I don't have a pre-made poster that fits into that storyline, so I'm going to have to pass.
Dan, I know I'm keeping true to my promise that I made Kron. I am quitting the show after this. If you guys continue to do the show, please do a Direction Erection Albert Payun. We owe it to that man.
We're currently doing interviews for new hosts, and that is the first category. So what we're going to do in the interview process is you'd give us your three that you would pick for that Direction Erection.
Ooh, solid.
I think it's a sinking ship. Dan's already moved on.
Mm-hmm.
That's
He's already
fair.
Started a new show. If you leave, you think Kron's going to spend 12 hours a week doing this?
Hell no.
Is that
Also,
that's 2 episodes in a row. Sorry, Kron. It's 2 episodes in a row. You brought up the 12 hour. Does that come off as whining? It's not meant to.
No, I think anyone that does the editing for a podcast is like, yeah, okay, I see it. 12 hours a week.
Yeah.
we'll do Payun when Bones returns to the show.
Maybe. We're gonna have to be some concessions made by particularly one person's attitude.
Dan, clean it up, dude.
All right.
We'll go longer if that's what you want. Okay.
We come from this incredible opening animation to, what is this, some sort of future dogfight? Are we jumping ahead 2,000 years? No. It's just Tobey Maguire awkwardly using a Nintendo controller like a fucking professional Street Fighter player.
The fuck is that?
I don't know.
It is a thing in movies where people like don't use it, but he is like the age where he knows what a video game is. Like, why is he holding it like that?
Why did he put a fucking towel over the TV like his mom wasn't going to see that it was on?
Well, I guess he didn't want to lose his spot.
But you can turn the TV off.
Yeah, but it still had that buzz to it, you know?
This
You
looks
just
like
can't turn the console off.
Ace Combat,
Yeah.
like on PS1. I think I had that game.
Jimmy, are you jerking off to Nintendo again?
Mhm.
You know? Anyway, his room's fucking trashed like a goddamn
Oh, you know,
Suicidal tendencies video.
Princess Peach.
He could have got one of those like early third-party games back in like Nintendo's Origins that was had like pixelated boobies in it and stuff.
This is
Custer's
94,
Revenge.
dude.
Mhm.
Like, this is Sega time.
I think I still had an NES then.
Yeah. I didn't get my Super NES until 96 or 97, man. I got my Super NES when 64 came out because my dad was like, well, Super's better than 64.
Mhm.
He went cheap on you.
I went from
Probably what actually happened.
NES to N64. I never had
What a
Super
jump.
or a Sega. Yeah, man. When I got it, I was like, this looks like real life. Fucking playing NWO Revenge and everyone's like,
Oh, God.
moving like a fucking cube man.
Fuck yeah. All right, mom comes in. Turns out that Jimmy got into a shoving match with a teacher at school. And Jimmy's immediately like, no, wait, he started this whole shit. You know, he pushed me first. Mom's like, well, the guy's in fucking traction. So you're lucky he's not getting charges pressed against him, but he is getting a 1-week suspension. And his mother, Lorraine Newman, a woman whose body has probably processed more cocaine than any other woman still breathing.
You know that for a fact?
That era of SNL, dude. I mean,
She does a lot of like voice work, right?
yes.
I saw that. I thought that was kind of weird because her voice isn't really distinct in any way.
Fear and Loathing she's in, along with old Toby.
If you're familiar with the George Lucas talk show on YouTube, they will do like live readings. Like Patrick, the producer for that show, they host these live readings of scripts, and primarily they've been doing Star Wars, and it's great. Like they'll have a bunch of local comedians and stuff come up and do these live readings, and they all kind of put their own little spin on it. And Lorraine Newman is in those a lot, and she will project and do voices. If you watch Hacks, her daughter is on that show.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah. Her daughter does stand up and was doing like Zoom stand up shows during the pandemic. In my wife's office, like one of the fun things that they did was they bought people tickets to this Zoom stand up. And I walked in to my wife's office and she was just sitting there like watching the lady from Hacks, I don't know her name, like just talking to the computer, and I didn't know what it was. And I was like, who's that? Who are you talking to? I'm sorry. She's like, no, it's like a stand up. And she's just sitting at her kitchen table, like doing bits. And that inspired this show. I was like, well, shit, she's doing it.
So you reached out to a couple local comedians.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be on season 4 of Hacks.
She told
What
me
are
I
they
was
on,
getting
season
wrote
4
in
already?
5.
Season
That's
6, maybe.
5. I'm her love interest.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, full frontal for me. What was the pandemic?
This is my career goal. I want to be on a season of Hacks. I want to leak a sex tape. Then I want to go on to Celebrity Big Brother on the same season that they bring back Mickey Rourke.
Mhm.
Oh, I'd love to be in the house.
Where's the smoking room?
Yeah. And I'm going to point to him and tell him that I'm going to change his sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be like, dude, I fucking love Juice Motorcycle Boy.
All right. Jimmy gets taken up to his dad's house. He lives out in the country with Grandpa.
Yeah. You're no Rumpelstiltskin, but you did all right.
Grandpa's played by Mickey Rooney. I do not know if this is... I kind of hope this is his last movie, but I doubt it.
Oh, far from it. He still acted for like 20 years after this.
Jesus Christ. One of my actual
He's
notes
good.
was watching Mickey Rooney in this movie makes me understand why they shoot horses when they break their legs.
They shoot
They're
Mickey
anti-horse.
Rooney's, don't they?
They should have.
There's times through where I'm like, did he have a stroke? Maybe he's just really good.
Or drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to say, did they pay him in like vodka bottles? Because that's more the feeling I was getting.
Well, when we first meet him, he gets her name wrong. He seems confused and sort of lost. And then as the adventure picks up, he becomes like much more lucid and aware. And then
It's a
the
great performance.
the button on the movie is like, oh, I'm
No,
back
it's
to being
not,
an
Dan.
idiot. Oh, it's incredible, dude. He's doing great work.
It's a good performance, dude.
Jimmy's
The-
dad is a goddamn drill sergeant, dude. He's immediately yelling at Jimmy, telling him that he needs discipline.
3 times on 5DR. This guy.
The dad,
Yeah.
Oh, returning champion.
yeah, he is the farting lawyer in The Substitute.
Whoa.
It's also in The Hunger.
Well, that explains why he was so farty.
All that blood.
All right. Mom leaves him alone. She tells him, hey, man, use this time to do some serious thinking. You 16-year-old. Reflect on your decisions.
I thought it was weird he wasn't watching like Channel 99, like the blurry channel.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see a tit.
I found a VHS rip of that on the Internet Archive.
If this was an R-rated movie, it would be better if he was trying to watch a tit, and then when the mom came in, he switched to the Nintendo, right? And that would
yeah.
explain why him holding the controller is all fucked up, because he's trying to do it with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then she explains that she just found out that she's actually his stepmom.
Wow. Like Jimmy was switched at the hospital?
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, Jimmy. I'm taking you to your dad's tomorrow, but I'm going to go do laundry first.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that night, Grandpa tells Jimmy that he's going to sleep in the attic. And while
Yes, put the guy in a wheelchair on the 5th floor of the house.
Jimmy helps him up the stairs, though. They get up there, and Grandpa starts showing off his fucking model airplanes. Jimmy's like, oh, you built all these? He's like, yeah, I built these. That one, that's the Red Baron. Built that from parts of his actual wreck. I told you that I shot him down, right? Jimmy's like, yeah.
That doesn't look like a pizza, Grandpa.
Yeah. And he also says, I used a little bit of lead from my bottom. So you could kind of say he was a pain in my ass.
So Grandpa has a Purple Heart.
I don't know if they had those by that point. We hadn't figured out purple.
It's 94.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
That was for kings and stuff.
Yeah, we
Dan.
were cutting costs, dude. Everybody was tightening their belt.
You got a gray ribbon to show your valiant effort.
Yeah. Flour companies would start putting purple on their flour sacks because they found out that women were using said sacks to make clothes out of. That's a real thing. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Just think it's weird you guys know so much about purple.
I downvote that every other week when it pops up on Reddit.
That's good.
Did
Hey,
you know
here's a-
that Steve Buscemi was a firefighter during 9/11?
What the hell? Enjoy some Reddit gold, dude.
Here's a real question. Why don't they paint warplanes like light blue?
Because they got to know who to shoot. You can't friendly fire.
Yeah.
Okay, but if the other guy's red, pretty easy.
That was an intimidation factor.
That's just letting your nuts hang. Like, yeah, I'm the fucking Red Baron. Try to do something about it.
Yeah.
I just feel like you could blend in with the sky and
So you want like the Lakers to be like, let's wear the Nuggets jerseys tonight. They won't notice.
no, but I think a good idea would be full body uniforms that are wood grain.
Why wood grain? What do you
Blend in with the
for
floor, dude. Yeah. Shit, I didn't even know that guy. I didn't even know that guy was over there.
You're so defeated tonight. Your jokes aren't even funny.
That's a good idea, dude.
Dan, that's a tricky game, dude. Never put Kron in a comedy corner. He knows too much about us.
You telling me if there was a outfit that just had 2 eye holes and it was wood grain, that wouldn't confuse you on the basketball court, dude?
Steph Curry would find you. Because did you know he once identified a bad spot in a court when he noticed that the ball was bouncing different?
Upvote.
I'll take it. I'm going to cross-post this over to
Over
NBA.
to our Golden Warriors.
R/feet.
Season
Yeah,
4,
they love
you
everything
only-
over there, dude.
Season 4, you'll only find 5DR on Reddit.
Mm-hmm. It's our brand to be behind.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Grandpa's like, hey, man, why don't you help me out, cut these planes down? And of course, Jimmy being a cool teen, he's got a knife. He starts cutting these bad boys down. He's like, yeah, I bet these still work. Dad comes up. He's already cranked up to 11. What's going on? And Grandpa's a total snitch. When Jimmy's like, Grandpa asked me to cut him down. Grandpa's like, I didn't do that. What the fuck?
Just stabbed him, dude.
Yeah.
You already got your knife out.
Yeah. Speaking of the knife, the dad's like, why the fuck do you have this, man? He's like, it could be very useful. He's like, yeah, well, you're in my house. This is my rules. The typical fucking hard dad speech. Cut to Jimmy.
Look like a Chris Reeves.
No, it didn't.
Brewsters.
Looked like a fucking Swiss Army knife, dude.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Grandpa in the wheelchair. Like, what do you...
The wheelchairs are antiques. Like, it's 94, dude. Get that dude a motorized one.
No, that's the type of wicker wheelchair that fucking Penn was sitting in, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted to move up to the attic so he could just stare out the window in his
Yeah.
wicker wheelchair.
No manor is complete without a fucking classic wicker fucking polio wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tall Man had one. Wasn't his wife sitting in one too?
Oh, when he tries to give dude a
Some
refreshing
lemonade.
glass of lemonade and ask him questions about the multiverse.
Is his wife the lady that does the hand in the box thing?
Yeah, the Gom
Yeah.
Jabbar.
Yeah.
Or no, the Gom Jabbar is the needle, right?
Yeah, the
Gom
Gom
Jabbar
is
is the needle.
Jimmy's doing his chores. He's trimming some bushes. Grandpa's having a fucking blast with his RC planes.
Isn't that the same thing, though? Like, you put your hand in the box, it hurts. But then if you take your hand out, you get jabbed by the Gom Jabbar.
Yeah, they're not the same thing though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like this. They're in the same test.
Perk is fucking furious right now.
Yeah, they
Calling
are in
that
the same test.
thing.
They're part of the same test. I'm not saying the box is the Gom Jabbar.
French Stewart.
Oh. Weird eyes, that guy.
All right. Grandpa, continuing his little bitch moves, he starts buzzing fucking Jimmy, talking shit. Jimmy goes over and he's like, hey, man, I don't appreciate you fucking ratting me out. Grandpa's like, hey, man, you don't know what it's like. You're fucking dad. It's fucking hard on me too, man. Sucks.
His dad's got to be doing cocaine, right?
Yeah, he's like a business guy. I'm sure
No,
You got to
he's
cut
not.
deals. You got to wheel and deal.
Every time I see him, he's like getting ready to get into the pool.
Yeah, well, his business is clearly falling apart.
You got
on
to
him.
cool off, dude. That cocaine knocks your body temperature up 5-6 degrees.
I love this dude's performance.
It's incredible. He
He's just
is
like me.
legitimately good.
Who is legitimately good?
The
in this?
dad.
No, Chris, no one in this
He's
movie.
doing work, dude.
Dan and Bones got together. They
No,
said, let's call this an
You don't
actually
think-
good movie.
You don't think any of his performance is funny?
Not really.
God damn.
what the fuck
I mean,
is wrong with
yeah,
you
I
two?
think that may be a little harsh. Like, it's not fucking terrible. I think he knew. I think him and Michael McDonald might be friends, and he kind of like understood what he was going for.
Yeah.
But, I mean, saying understood what they're going for, it's like the movie is set up like a horror film, but then it has jokes that don't work and a family movie like structure to it.
Kind of
Black
sounds like
roses.
Rumpelstiltskin.
No, it doesn't sound anything like that, dude. And it's what Black Roses?
Teenage
what are you talking
Mutant
about,
Ninja
dude?
Turtles.
There's jokes in this that fucking land.
I
All
just
right?
don't-
A lot
I
of them
don't-
fucking whiff, but there's jokes in this that fucking land.
I don't think you can understand the structure of this movie if you're involved with it.
Well,
If
me,
you-
an intellectual, has zero issue understanding it.
If Cron Howard would have came across this movie,
100%.
it would have been the greatest
Thank you,
thing
Dan.
No.
Thank you.
that to ever come to this fucking
He's a bad little
podcast.
dude, man. How do you not
Yeah.
like this? He's a bad little dude.
Look how
I-
bad he is.
I think Rumpelstiltskin is way badder than this guy.
I
What?
think, yeah. I mean,
He's stealing a baby, dude. Come
he does
on.
have a higher kill count.
Mm-hmm.
Stiltskin or this guy?
Rumpelstiltskin, because he does kill an entire precinct of cops.
Okay.
If we're not counting,
So does this guy.
ACAB, buddy.
if we're not counting like the Red Baron's 80 confirmed kills,
Yep.
then
That's fair.
Rumpelstiltskin
we
wins.
shouldn't.
But he's possibly thousands of years old. We don't know what he did.
I think Red Baron has more kills in this movie than Stiltskin has.
Red Baron's got like 5 kills in this thing.
If you honor your deal with Rump, dude, you're fine. You're golden.
Yeah, but nobody's handing over a baby. That's crazy.
Nobody's taking out Red Baron with some fucking straw.
Yeah, dude. Only the wrath of God can fucking take out the Baron.
That doesn't kill Rumpelstiltskin. That just angers him. It hurts him.
Whatever. Fucking Grandpa and Jimmy, they start having a dogfight. Jimmy takes control of the Red Baron RC plane. And he starts getting cocky. He's like, this time the Baron's going to shoot you down. God damn. Fucking Grandpa doesn't have like a little freak out look at him, you know? Like, what the hell? And this distraction kind of leads to him not doing very great. But again, Tobey Maguire has never operated any sort of remote control in his fucking life. I guess the benefit is that what was it, the Pussy Posse? Is that what he was a part of? You know?
Yeah, with Leo.
Yeah. He was out getting some. Kron's at home playing 64.
Could fly a plane better than this guy. Guarantee it.
He's tweaking those controls like a pair of puffy nipples.
You don't think I ever got my hands on a flight simulator, dude? I know what I'm doing in a cockpit.
Oh, you got that big rig simulator.
I'll get you in the air, dude.
Cue more of that delicious ragtime. Fight's getting serious. Grandpa gets onto the Red Baron 6. He says, "It's over, Baron." Jimmy says, "No, it's never over." Again, Grandpa does a fucking double take. What do you know? Lightning hits the house. Just as the Red Baron flies by, the sparks, they fucking bounce off the panel of the house, shoot off, hit the plane. The Red Baron is toast. Grandpa's all happy. Jimmy's like, "I'm sorry that I fucked your plane up." He's like, "Nah, it's fine, man." What they don't realize is that fucking Red Baron, he didn't explode. He's still buzzing around on his own. Red Baron comes in, buzzes Grandpa. He gets all old and sick and shit. He's like, "I don't want to play anymore," you know. Real Kron maneuver. Like, now that I'm not winning, I don't want to be a part of this.
What are you talking about?
He's like, give me my pills. Jimmy helps him with his pills. They just ignore the planes. Fucking Red Baron lands on his own. What do we see? This little fucker's alive, man. He's got a, like, Thomas the Tank Engine face. A little slow,
Fucking
creepy
freaky.
blink.
It's scary.
Dan, it's not scary. What are you talking about, dude? Are you going to rate this 5 stars at the end of this thing? Performance is great. Humor works. I was terrified. Looks incredible.
You've written his review for him. Awesome.
Word for word. I don't see how you didn't think this was fun, dude. It's everything you've wanted.
This is so tonally different from Puppet Master. I don't.
Not
didn't
too
tell us
tonally
to-
different from Rumpelstiltskin, though.
Yes, it is.
Basically the
are-
same movie.
You guys are all wrong about this.
And Chris is starting to make the turn.
All right. Dad puts
You know what?
Grandpa
I'm
to
quitting
bed.
5DR. How about that?
No, I quit first.
I quit. No, you're on.
You guys are still contracted for 5 more years.
All right. Grandpa's put to bed. Dad starts chewing Jimmy out. You know, you should be doing your fucking chores, not playing around with planes, getting him all excited. He's too old and weak for this shit. During supper, Dad gets a phone call. Something
What the
with
fuck
work.
is this house? It's crazy.
It really reminded me of the Poison Ivy 1 house. Like, I was like, what the? Is this like almost in the same neighborhood?
Could
I don't-
Spanish style.
It looks like something. Have any of you seen Cool as Ice, the Vanilla Ice movie?
Hell yeah.
It looks like some shit out of that. It is fucking insane, the interior decorating, but then like just a normal like paint, like cabinet of guns to go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's an insane house.
Yeah, Dan, you're right. It's like Spanish meets, like they're trying to incorporate like Montana cabin elements into a California Spanish ranch house.
Yeah.
And the kitchen's almost like post-war, very
also-
bland.
It's also like built out by itself on top of a hill of dirt. It looks like every time they cut to the exterior of the Bluth, like model
Yes.
home.
Yeah, Sudden Valley.
Yeah.
Like when you meet the neighbor and like where they put their trash cans, like that fence line looks like it's just butting up against a current construction site, like the suburbs about to be expanded.
The hardest I laughed was when he's like in that field weed eating. Just the whole fucking field. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy
Acres
doing?
and acres.
He's weed eating the
And it's
back
like as
acres
tall
because
as
his
him.
fucking mother-in-law is visiting or something, I think he says. All right.
I was like, oh, 4.5 to a 5.
Dad takes his phone call. He kind of steps into the living room. He's straight up talking shit to it about his kid. But Jimmy's cool. Pops a sip of Dad's beer. Decides to go check up on Grandpa. When he walks in, he realizes that the Red Baron is up on top of the wardrobe. But when he leaves the room, the plane's fucking moved. What the hell? Jimmy decides to pick it up, take it out with him. Dad's floating in the pool. Jimmy suggests, hey, don't you think that's a little sketchy with the storms and all? The Dad's like, fuck the storms, man. Like, I think he says, like, it's moving towards your mom's house, and it's so fucking humid. Plus these bugs. Goddamn, Jimmy, turn on the bug zapper, will ya?
That
That's
you're leaving on the ground.
on the ground.
I mean, is it connected to an electric wire? This is important for later in the movie. Feels
It
like
is. It's
Yeah.
plugged
Okay.
in, but it's also just on the ground.
feels like a. I thought at first it was like a battery operated.
Yeah.
He's got 8 D cells in there that are doing work.
It's not a long enough cord to put on a pole, like where he connects it, but it's a long enough cable that the Red Baron can pick it up and do a lap with it later.
It's the
Mhm.
most bugs I've ever seen in my life in New Mexico.
That's weird.
Bones was there.
There's no water here, so there's no mosquitoes.
Was
It's
it
a volcano.
some weird volcano or meteor? It was
Capulin.
right on the border of Colorado.
Yeah, by Raton.
Yeah.
Been there a long time ago.
We stopped and we had to wait, and all these people would come down and they were like, we're like, what the fuck are they doing? And we got up there and it was just fucking covered in like some sort of fly or something. It's very weird. Pretty though.
Sounds like a Prince of Darkness scenario, dude. Why are they attracted to that meteor site?
Yeah, there was a fucking homeless dude with a half of a bike.
And Alice Cooper was there. It's weird.
You should have been worried.
Yeah. And Alice Cooper. Completely separate from the homeless dude with a bike.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Unhoused.
He was the homeless with the bike, isn't that right? I don't know. That movie's not a 5-star banger. I don't know.
All right. Dad
Yeah, it's no Revenge of the Red Baron.
Dad drops his guard for a second when he sees the plane. He's like, that's kind of cool, huh? He kind of waddles over. He's like, I like this little feature on the plane. And as he points to it, the fucking propeller starts. Dad's like, God damn it, Jimmy. Why'd you? He's like, I didn't. Like, fuck this. Throw this shit away.
Oh, yeah, I love. He's like, oh man, yeah, your grandpa loves that. It's such a fine piece of craftsmanship. Anyway, fucking throw this shit away.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm laughing. Jimmy goes to throw it away. Nosy neighbor's just smoking a cigar on the other side of the fence. Jimmy's hesitating for a minute, and the neighbor's like, he told you to throw that shit away. Jimmy's like, why don't you mind your business, you decrepit piece of shit?
That's a good line.
Now, what I love about this, have you guys ever seen, it's the Aaron Sorkin gambling movie,
Molly's Game?
Molly's Game. It's got, oh, that hottie, man. Michael Cera's character in that is apparently based off of Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
He is apparently can be a massive asshole in real life. And it is very funny watching this movie, knowing that knowledge. He is the most natural when he is fucking screaming and yelling at people in this movie. I do not believe him as just like a thoughtful 16-year-old boy. But when he is calling an old man a decrepit piece of shit, It's incredible. Like,
yeah, it's good.
all right.
I
What did
think though that's like so bad it's good comes from that tension of like what the movie's going for versus what someone in the movie thinks it's going for. And while I do think that Michael McDonald wrote that line as a joke, I don't think Tobey Maguire knew that it was supposed to be funny.
No.
Which is what makes it funny.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say, Crown?
Well, we're moving past this scene at the pool, but does the guy who's playing the dad actually biff it when he goes to get back on that
100%.
It looks like he just fucks it up, and they were like, "Oh, that's good. That's funny. We'll keep that."
I'm so glad that you brought that up because as I was doing notes and I jumped to the trash part, I was like, I don't need to put that in. That's something that they will catch as well. All right.
And I'm just wondering if Robert Gordon talked to Mark Jones from Rumpelstiltskin and learned that you should always have a character in your movie smoking cigars so that you can take a case home with you.
Yeah, take a few boxes home, dude. It's a good strategy.
What did you share in the chat, Dan? Is this something we can talk? Oh, okay.
It's the Devo album. This is what the neighbor just reminded me of whenever I seen him. I'm like, he looks like the dude on the cover of on the cover of Devo.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the hat and
Yeah.
shit. Kind of looks like Nicholas Hoult, though.
Fucking superstar, that guy. Next morning, over breakfast, Dad directs Jimmy that, hey, you're on suspension. You're not going to just be like lounging around. You got chores. And one of those first chores, you're going to take this list. You're going to walk down the hill. You're going to go to the store. They bicker a little
Where's
bit.
the store?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 8 miles away, dude. There's nothing around this house.
Jimmy asks Grandpa, you need anything? He's like, yeah, some batteries. You know, I brought this up on the show before. This is the era where those batteries are going to last you a full 45 fucking minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, plus his dad's taking them all to power the bug zapper.
If
No,
only.
it's plugged in, dude.
Hmm.
Yeah, how long did it take to film like these RC things, man?
It's the same
those
footage from the
batteries.
beginning. They just zoom out.
I'm going to say 45 minutes.
Yeah, knowing Stuart Gordon, they had max 2 weeks to get all this done. So,
Roger Corman?
oh yeah, shit.
Sorry.
Roger Corman.
Stuart Gordon.
Robert Gordon?
Got a hold of this. Jesus.
Stuart
I don't
Gordon,
know.
the Red Baron plane would look fucking incredible, man.
Roger Corman. There.
Robert Gordon.
Cut that and put it in.
Mickey Rooney would have balls and no dick.
It's true.
The Red Baron's propeller took my dick off.
You'd see it when he at the end.
All right. One of the other tasks that Jimmy was told to do was to take out this fucking hefty bag of trash that's just, I think it's sitting on one of the chairs. But when they have their little argument, Jimmy just sort of fucks off to the store. So Dad has to take the trash out. Guess who's out there? Fucking nosy neighbor again. He asks, hey man, I got to clear this back 9. Can I borrow a weed whacker? Grandpa's left alone to tend to his roses. What do you know it? Red Baron comes back in out of nowhere. He's buzzing multiple times. Grandpa starts wheeling away, but he takes a tumble on one of the steps, flies into some bushes. The Red Baron lands. All right, let's talk about this. The Red Baron, when you're not zoomed up on him and he's not talking, he looks just like a generic action figure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When he is talking, again, he has a round gray face with really beautiful big eyes
Nope.
and an incredible puppet mouth. We meet again, Herr Spencer. Aren't you glad to see me?
Wait, he's a puppet?
Fucking Rooney's patting his shirt.
I don't think he's a puppet in the context of the movie.
No, I mean, he's supposed to be like a real guy, I guess.
Just a little guy.
Grandpa's looking for his pills. The Red Baron, he holds out a little fucking, looks like a tin of mints that Grandpa keeps his pills in. Looking for anything in particular? Fucking Red Baron just toying with him. Grandpa's struggling to reach out, but he can't do it. He passes out.
He must be on the same pills as the dad in Poison Ivy 3, right? I mean, you gotta eat one of these things every 2 hours or your heart fucking stops working.
Can we get this crossover, please?
Yeah. It's 4 hours later. Jimmy's back from the fucking store finally.
Dan, write up a treatment and pitch it. Please.
Red Baron v. Poison Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
Poison Ivy becomes Red Baron.
Yeah. So, you are my new recruits for flight school. This year is the first time we allow a Fraulein. She's got like a fucking, like her jumpsuit's open. Fucking cleavage is sticking out. I'm here to learn how to.
Chris?
I'm here to learn how to fight doggy style. Ha ha! You mean dog fight? No. Nobody's going on this riff with me? Okay, fine.
You're just too
You
good,
mean
man.
Macking puppies?
Am I coming through? Can I try out your cockpit? Ha ha! You're making my cheeks as red as my biplane. You
Let
know,
me see your
I-
red rocket.
I experimented with biplane in high school.
That's pretty
College.
good.
High school, goddamn.
All
I
right.
thought that was a college thing.
Jimmy gets to the house. Grandpa's being loaded into the back of the ambulance. Kron, these paramedics, buddy.
Man, I feel like you gotta be more sensitive than these guys, right? They're just
Yeah,
fucking
weather.
ripping jokes, dude.
Listen, you rip jokes. You just wait till you're on the other side of
Yeah.
the bus, man.
You gotta wait till that door closes,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
This main paramedic also in Showgirls
Okay.
as Cheetah
A lot.
Loudmouth.
Casting
there's
director got their start on Red Baron.
there's a ton of crossover from this to Showgirls to Austin Powers.
To Toy Story.
Yes. It seems like a lot of this crew got hired on for Showgirls,
All right.
but not Showgirls 2 for some reason. The better one.
Dad and Jimmy, they go to visit Grandpa at the hospital. This nurse, again, also a real character. Dad notices that the Red Baron is under Grandpa's hospital bed. He's like, what the fuck is this? Starts chewing out the nurse. She's like, sir, I would appreciate it if you didn't take out like your emotional venting on me. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I want to know why there's a fucking RC plane underneath my dad's bed. She's like, I don't know. And he's like, you see, that's a real answer. That's fucking funny. Cut to them outside. Dad's like, this fucking thing, put it in the back of the fucking car. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that lady? That night,
That fucking bitch.
Jimmy
That's why
has
she's a nurse, Jimmy. Don't you ever fucking marry a nurse, all right? They're all bitches. Let's go get some Taco Bell.
Mhm. They're helping dudes with these big dongs fill their bedpans all day. They're putting in catheters in these old dudes' big dongs. And they come home and you know that your little young dong isn't.
Blah, blah, blah. I've been on my feet for fucking 14 hours. They won't fucking cook you dinner, Jimmy. No.
They got those big, comfortable shoes, and they're rude to Forrest Gump about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know where you need to find a girl, Jimmy? The library. That's where you should go. Don't find anybody like your mother.
I met your mother at the Poison Ivy flight school. That night, Jimmy has a nightmare about the Red Baron flying around in his room.
She's going to kill us. 100%.
You know why I met your mother? I was drawing her in college. Mountaintops, baby.
My buddy, the mime, introduced us.
The mime knows the nude model that never speaks.
I didn't know her name for 2 weeks because obviously the mime just pointed.
Mm-hmm.
I said, write it down, dude, but that breaks the code.
Mm-hmm.
All
He
right.
kept getting stuck in a box. There's no way to help him.
Red Baron's chasing Jimmy around. He runs
kept
down
pulling
the
rope
stairs.
and pulling the rope, but he'd pull it back. Your mother, she was swinging from a rope from a tree just over the hill.
I was getting serious with him one night, and he just took a imaginary set of stairs down behind my couch.
Blew my fucking mind.
All right. Jimmy's, he's still in dream mode. He runs down the stairs. He tumbles. He gets up again. He ends up
That
running
asshole,
through
he
the
could sniff a ton of cocaine, though.
railing of the balcony. Cut to Jimmy now imagining himself as a real World War I dogfighter going up against the Baron. But he gets woken up by a phone call, and it's Grandpa. He's like, the Red Baron's back, and he's not going to stop until every Spencer is dead. Jimmy tells Grandpa that the plane is locked in the trunk of the car. There's nothing to worry about. Grandpa's like, no, fucking drive that car off a cliff, dude. Better yet, set that shit on fire. I think Jimmy's considering this shit. And then Dad busts in. He's in a robe. He's got a sweet fucking revolver. 0 fucking trigger control. Just
holding it like I've never seen someone hold a pistol before.
He's like, come on, man. Somebody broke into the garage last night. And they putter into the garage. The dad's like, it's so fucking weird. This vandal just broke the window and then jimmied the lock on the trunk. Why did they do this? You were a fucking vandal. Why do you guys do this shit?
He says to him, you've done vandalism, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
And the dad's like, he's just so bummed that he didn't catch this guy. He's like, God damn, catch this guy in the act. Blow him away. Claim self-defense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like something someone named Richard Spencer would say.
And he's like, well, Jimmy, consider this karma. You clean this shit up, and let's say that that's for like all the vandalism that you've done in your past, like Ron said. But Jimmy, he's kind of like smart enough to realize, like, wait a minute, trunk's all busted open, and the window looks like it was broken from the inside. Well, Dad's got to get his morning soak on. He jumps in the pool. Jimmy freaks out, though. He goes and grabs his shotgun, runs out to the pool, and he's like, Dad, it's the fucking Red Baron. He's alive. Dad's obviously like rightfully concerned about his 16-year-old fucking anger-prone son with a shotgun. Calm down. Quit touching my stuff. That shit's loaded. Go put it away. Jimmy's like, if you don't believe me, I'm going to go call Grandpa. Jimmy runs inside to grab the phone. The Red Baron, he zips in, picks up that bug zapper.
Pretty sure the Red Baron has gotten into Dan's room.
Yeah.
He's taking his headphones off. He's probably hearing a motor fucking whir around.
Or a weed whacker. They're very easily confused.
I think it's gunshots.
Dan's like, shut the fuck up. Shit's serious. You good, homie?
Duck down next time, Dan. I don't want the Baron to fucking get you.
All right. Yeah, as this is happening, my fucking dogs are going haywire on their water bowl right above me. All right, anyway. Dad's in the pool. Jimmy's inside on the phone. Red Baron comes in, picks up the bug zapper. Your son's behavior is shocking. Drops this bug zapper right in the pool.
Boo.
What?
Would
Crown.
it be better if he was like, my kind of bug zapper, made in America?
Yes. That would have been incredible.
For one time only 1999.
I would have stood up and cheered, dude.
Or if he, like, the Red Baron, like, flipped the dad off.
Well, yeah, but his arm would have to fly off first.
Dad's toast.
It
Neighbor.
looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Fucking funny. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought this was a family film.
Buns, you are winning Chris over.
Neighbor's hanging out at his usual trash spot. And he's like, honey, better call the cops. The kid's killing him.
He's fucking loving it.
Jimmy comes out. Red Baron starts talking to him. Why are you upset? I just saved you $1.50 on your next Father's Day card. Catch you later. And guys, let's go catch a pee break. All right, welcome back. The Red Baron. This little fucker. He's loose.
Hey, why don't you
He's
shut up? Because we're about to get red hot with a hustler in a minute. Boys!
Guess Dan's on card.
Did you have a card ready?
I went and grabbed mine.
Well, I think we got
it.
a double card. We got to make up. We missed
Shit.
one.
Boys, we got Serena tonight.
Ooh. Damn, she's doing a Michael Jackson with just the one glove.
Yeah.
She keeps that hand smooth for her man.
Mm-hmm.
Statistics 34, 25, 34, 5'4", 112 pounds. Born in 1968. Hustler layout October of 1989. In a recent visit to the United States, Serena admits that she let her sexual desires control her vacation plans. She claims that there wasn't one night during her 2-week vacation that she didn't have sex. For explicit one-on-one with other girls, call 1-800-775-5885. Here's the back of the card. Not much, but
I'll take it. You said she came to the States in 1989?
yeah, she looks very...
I hope in between those fuck sessions she got to the theater to see Batman.
Yeah, 89.
Guys, I also went. It's not German, but it is European. This is Renee.
Yeah, there's a German vibe there. I get it.
Measurements are 36, 24, 35. She's 5'7", 118 pounds, born in 1970. Her hustler layout was October 1990, lured by the promise of big bucks and big cocks. Danish beauty Renee packed her bags and headed for Hollywood. She then capitalized on her incredible figure and exhibitionist streak to make big bucks in America. Big bucks on this card twice in 2 sentences. Do better, hustler. No phone number. This is the back of Renee's card.
Oh.
Oh,
Double.
baby. In the spirit of biplanes, we got 2 flat cards.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Chris, you got a card?
No. I
You
mean, I
gotta
have a
collect these things, man.
got a whole pack of baby Secret of the Lost Legend trading cards over there. That's about it.
Unopened.
Oh, yeah. That's my retirement right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our strict ass dad, he's been electrocuted in his own pool. So mom, she's got to show up. She gets to the house. Cops are there. She meets Detective Lewis. I forget this actor's name. I believe it's Donna's dad
Stark.
from. Okay, that's right.
Bob Pinciotti.
From that 70s show. He's also another character. Does he like snap his fingers or some shit? Like holds out his arms and another cop comes over and helps him take his jacket off.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was super weird.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why did that happen?
Because it's funny.
It's more confusing than funny.
Well, he fancies himself some sort of like Poirot or Columbo, you know.
Or Benoit Blanc.
Chris Benoit.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a sex toy?
No, he was a world champion.
Kron, you watch those Knives Out with your wife?
I believe we watched both of them together.
Yeah.
First one was, well, one of them was a COVID movie, right?
The first one, but it was still in
Okay.
theaters, yeah.
So we watched that on, whatever streamer it popped up on. But yeah, I think we watched both those together.
Why do you ask that?
I don't know. It just ultimately seems like that is a wife-driven movie. Like anybody I've talked to, it's like, yeah, I watched that. My wife wanted to watch it.
Mm-hmm. I think even by the second one, though, it was like, do you want to watch the other Knives Out? And it's like, I guess.
Yeah.
Like neither one of us were. It was just to kill, an hour and a half of time.
Yeah. I think we watched Glass Onion on the patio. So I was just fucking grilling half the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the little switch at the midpoint, I was like, come on.
That's a good thing. I mean, those movies, you don't gotta lock into them.
Yeah.
You can be doing house chores or grilling or
They're patio and grill or Netflix and chill sort of movies,
Mm.
Who cares? All right. Understandably, the cops.
You doing chilling on the patio too?
I got an exhibitionist tendency,
All right. Summertime and the living season.
I know what I got. I ain't afraid of it.
You gotta do them more like this time of year. You don't want to be out there when it's
Mosquitoes.
August. Yeah.
I got a bug zapper.
All
On
right.
the ground.
Mm-hmm. Lithium ion battery, though.
Oh, shit.
It'll go wherever I want it.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, that patio, it's getting wet. All right, these cops, they don't believe that the Red Baron killed Dad. They don't even fucking believe that the Red Baron's alive. The mom,
Why would they?
The cops don't ever believe shit, man.
Okay, if someone came up to you and said the Red Baron is trying to kill me,
I'd be like, I've seen Revenge of the Red Baron.
yeah, I'm
Take me.
informed now. My friend on a podcast came up with a convoluted category. Not only did I deliver, but we all left informed.
mm-hmm.
Goddamn if that's not podcasting.
Not only did we delivered so much it hurt him.
These categories always hurt me.
Why?
Because I'm not the puppet guy of the group, dude.
Who's the puppet guy of the group?
The mom is smart enough to advise Jimmy to shut the fuck up. The detective tells one of the cops to take Jimmy to like go watch TV, and then he's got this throwaway line of like nothing too serious, no cop shows. The detective keeps grinding on the mom, asks about the grandpa having an episode while under Jimmy's care. And a key witness, I'm guessing our nosy neighbor, he's stating that they saw Jimmy threatening Dad. And they found Jimmy's prints all over that bug zapper. The cops, they find fucking heart meds in Jimmy's jacket. This is enough for them to want to take Jimmy away.
I don't think that wouldn't hold up in court, right? Like if you lived with someone and they found the heart medication in your pocket, it doesn't necessarily mean you tried to murder him.
He forgets. That's why I hold it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many plausible scenarios for like why you would have that.
This is all basically based on the neighbor seeing the freak out before the dad died. That's all it is. And these cops, they just want to solve, they fucking want to solve these cases because they're too stupid. They've got so many cases all the time. They're so
In
slow.
this neighborhood of 2 houses.
Yeah. Riddled with crime up on this hill.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before they load up,
It's overgrown hill.
the detective, for some reason, it's like they want to take Red Baron with them, and the detective drops it. Mom picks it up. Cops leave. She takes it inside, puts it on the kitchen table.
She drops the box and sees that there's no batteries in it.
Whoa.
And then yep. All right. But let's cut over, though. We're going to see that Jimmy is getting questioned by some damn shrink. This is Michael McDonald, I believe, writer of the movie, famous for Stewart on Mad TV. And to Chris, thank you before record. You pointed this out, and Kron, you mentioned it earlier. In possibly the funniest thing out, I think the funniest thing in any Austin Powers movie, the slow scream steamroller death.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
He's trying to connect to Jimmy about, I was 16 too. It's an angry time. Doctor's got all Jimmy's school records, just fucking riddled with fights and problems. He settles in for further questioning. Then let's cut over to the hospital where the grandpa, he's trying to convince this doctor that it was all hallucinations. He's feeling much better. The doctor is scolding grandpa for being a dick to this beautiful, most helpful nurse.
They're banging, right?
Yeah. They tell him, well, okay, we'll see, but you still got to take this pill.
I pictured like the Clockwork Orange at the end where he's like banging the nurse behind the little curtain.
They don't call it banging a nurse, though, right? It's like Flugel some Nancy Med. Yeah.
Vitty to Twisted.
Yeah. You got to look this up in the fucking glossary.
Mm-hmm.
This
Did
is
you guys get
somehow
that
good.
book? Did you get that book in high school after you watched the movie?
I own that book, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I got the book, and it's like you try reading that thing, and it's impossible.
You guys watched that as part of your high school curriculum?
Yeah, dude, we went to a fucking
it's just
badass school, dude. That's why we're the way we are.
I think Dan let me borrow his copy. That's how I saw it.
Or the movie?
No, the movie.
I probably still have that copy.
And then Dan did give me a test at the end.
I gave you a test over Fear and Loathing, I think.
Yeah, you did do that.
Beautiful fucking scores, man.
He passed. And then he watched the movie and he's like, yeah, it was all right. Hot damn, I never rode in a convertible before.
Dan, take your 360. All right, Grandpa, he cheeks the pill. He doesn't want to fall asleep. Let's go back to the house.
He shoves it up his asshole?
Yeah.
Is what
He
me and
he
Bones-
gums the pill. How about that?
Oh, okay.
What Bones and I did not do with this category. We didn't shove it up your asshole, and we delivered.
No, we
Not like
we
the-
stroked you nice and slow, buddy.
Not like
Yeah.
the last one.
They've all been fine. There's only one category that had a massive failure. That's it. Everything else
Which one?
has been perfect. A little category called "We're Doing Fucking Crimes," isn't it?
I failed that category.
You did not.
Oh, you don't like it when people do it to you, but you're cool with doing this?
I am shocked to hear that Bones thinks that a Gerard Butler movie is a failure.
You know?
I mean, it was pretty obviously British crime. It wasn't
Is it not
action
crime
thriller
that, takes
that
place
just
in
happened
Britain?
to be set in. But
By not
But-
Brit.
Oh,
British people.
there's no crime in that movie.
oh, if we're gonna play fucking semantics, buddy, I got a
That's-
wonderful
that's-
1940 Disney movie to fucking
We're
point
doing
to.
it right now.
You
You
said
picked a
yourself
family.
during that episode,
Yeah.
I really don't like this movie.
And
I don't like
Let's-
it, but
and-
it fits the
And
criteria.
this is after the fucking string of text messages about fucking Jade not being fucking erotic enough.
Okay,
So-
okay. I have to chime in with the whole erotic for the thriller thing. I am a straight man. I can't watch gay porn and be like, that's not porn just because I'm not into it. I feel like erotic is subjective, and if Dan is into cat people incest, that's erotic to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Just because you didn't, it's not personally your kink, pubes in a little jar or whatever the fuck it was. It's erotic to someone.
That's fine. I'm not the one arguing that there's a huge misstep in one of the categories.
Is
How-
that not what you say every year when there's a revenge category?
Maybe, but we're not on that episode, are we?
In everything but name, this is a revenge
I
puppet
mean, it just-
category.
See what we deal with, Chris?
It's if my pick for we're doing fucking crime in it,
We're doing crime, isn't it?
but it's if that's the one that is the sore thumb, then it's like that's exactly what we're doing right now on this episode. We have picked a movie that technically falls into the criteria, but is not in the spirit of the category.
I mean, it has the highest kill count. He's a little bad guy, I think. I don't know. I feel like it is in the spirit of the category.
Fine. I'm quitting anyway. It doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, you guys both failed Greasy, Grimy, Slimy. But I didn't hold it against
My
you.
movie was slimy, dude. He fucking spits a worm into people's mouths.
You,
I can't wait for this fucking break.
God damn.
This fucking show, dude.
135 Bones.
It's just, I don't know. How is mine the one that doesn't work? Dan picked fucking The Game
No,
for
I
Puppets
would
Revenge.
not have brought up London Has Fallen as a problem at all if I hadn't had 3 complaints prior to.
You did bring it up, though. You brought it up moments ago.
That's the whole point. I was going to pick The Game and have a doll and a puppet scene, but you turned your focus to Pinocchio from 1940, which is the ultimate puppet movie, and you were mad at that instead of me.
I'm mad at both of you for your picks.
So Bones should have never got any shrapnel. I should have got it all, but he ended up getting all of it, bro.
It's from Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's just, I get it. You don't like these categories. I understand. So you pick outsider things. That's fine. It's totally fine.
Does this category not matter?
Not really.
There's no winning.
God damn.
Does it to you?
I spent like 72 hours with my buddies, and 40 of those hours were discussing this category.
And we gave you the world.
I'm not complaining, dude. I wrote a little.
God damn.
What?
The fucking gaslighting is... You burn so bright, brother. God
What's the
damn.
deal? What's the deal?
There is no deal. There was no deal. I was like, I got a great fucking pick for this.
Okay, but you have to admit that your movie says like family video on the front of it.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Okay, it's not necessarily
Highest kill count.
The spirit.
I did not pick it based on the DVD cover. If you were to look at this DVD cover,
you picked it a year ago because you were like, Kron's gonna do puppets again, and how do I fucking get a family movie in here?
No, it had revenge in the title, dude.
That's not a revenge category. True. It's little bad guys. You save it for a revenge category.
Fucking stupid.
and the fucking, the alternate timeline where I brought this to a revenge category and being told I wasted it there. You should have saved it for a fucking little bad guy category.
I think
It's fucking brutal. All right.
How do I change puppets? All right, I'm going to do little bad guys.
I said at the beginning of the episode, I said, good job, Bones.
Mom has to call the hospital. She wants to check in on her father-in-law. She wants to know why he's still being sedated. While she turns her back on the Red Baron, he gets out. I guess he's fixing his wing. It's kind of in the back. It's out of focus. We do see the little G.I. Joe figure sort of move across the table, hop back into the plane. She's getting a little freaked out. She's looking at it. There's just like an open banana on the table.
Did you know that, there used to be a different kind of banana, and that's why banana runts don't taste anything like the bananas you buy at the store?
Yeah.
I'm already out of my Reddit gold, dude.
Do they still sell runts?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your hang up on this?
The next time
I just haven't seen them in a while.
The next time you're paying at Denny's, turn around.
I think that extinct variety is called the Gros Michel.
Wow. If I could upvote you 10 times, I would.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right. Mom, like you said, getting a little spooked. She pulls the Red Baron out of the plane. She's holding him. She's looking at him. The phone rings. She looks at the phone. She looks back. Aren't you going to answer it? She freaks the fuck out. He hops back in the plane. He flies out the window. She tries to flee the house. He buzzes by. You didn't even say Auf Wiedersehen. Mom goes to the gun cabinet. She arms up. The damn little fucking Red Baron, he comes down the chimney. He wants to know where Jimmy is. She's not as strong as the mom from Child's Play. He easily pushes her over. He kind of gets flipped over, but he also realizes that there's just fucking rounds of ammunition strewn about. Uh-oh. Red Baron's got some bullets. She ends up hopping in the car, driving away. We cut over to Jimmy and the doctor. The doctor is not buying this Red Baron story. Jimmy starts getting heated, starts telling him, quit talking about my fucking family. He starts pushing the doctor. He's got him by the collar. Doctor hits an alarm. The choreographer from Showgirls comes in. He's one of the orderlies. Doc orders him, take him to the fucking blue room. This guy's taking Jimmy to the room, and he's like, hey, man, just like chill out, you know?
Yeah, I used to be a patient here.
Yeah. And now
Now
look
I
at
work
me.
here.
Now I work here. Yeah. But right as he unlocks the door, starts walking in, Red Baron flies into the hallway. He shoots the orderly. Jimmy wraps Red Baron up in a blanket and then uses the orderly's fucking nightstick, starts beating the shit out of him. So the Red Baron had followed the mom. She got to this youth authority. She drives through the gate to go in to save Jimmy. Jimmy's now running through the halls. He's trying to escape. He does get stopped by the doctor. Doctor pulls a cool little trick on him where Jimmy's trying to like open this door. The doctor's like, here, you're going to need these. Hands over, fucking janitor fucking key ring. Jimmy's trying
Dude should be fired.
Who? The doctor?
You don't give him the keys. Like, what are
But
you doing?
it's all a ruse, Dan. While he's trying to figure out which key unlocks the door, the doctor's got a little fucking taser. I think he says you're gonna fry, you little shit, or whatever. But guess what? Fucking Red Baron flies in, shoots his ass too. Jimmy gets outside just as the mom shows up. They take off. Cop car gives chase. Jimmy's like, it's the Red Baron.
I thought she was his maid.
I don't know, man. She's a bad maid. She left a fucking mess in that house.
Yeah.
It's not her house. It's her ex-husband's.
Oh, yeah. She's off the clock.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't got to clean shit.
Yeah. She knows it's the Red Baron. So, okay. Unified duo here.
All you fucking do is get in the pool.
Must be nice.
I think he goes to one business meeting, right? Like he puts a suit on. He just has bricks in that briefcase. Fucking
Goes to the park and smokes cigarettes.
You got to
drives
sell it,
into town,
man. You got to
sits on a
sell
park
it.
bench. Gets home and he's like, I didn't make the sale. Damn.
Well, Jimmy, I know you got excited when we got divorced that you'd get 2 Christmases, but Pop didn't make any commission this year.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Red Baron's following behind. So the Red Baron is behind the cop, which is behind the mom's car. Red Baron starts firing at the cops. The cops think they're under fire. They start shooting at Jimmy and Mom. What do you know it? Stereotypical truck full of pipes coming down the road. It's a near miss, but the truck swerves. The pipes end up all over the road, and this cop car launches over the pipes, and the fucking demo team was a little too early on the explosion because the truck explodes before the cop car even leaves the ground.
I'm shocked to say it, 3 weeks in a row. I thought this was going to break the streak, but we used to make fucking movies in this country.
We got a work truck exploding in a family film, dude.
For as down as I sound on this movie, there are real explosions in it. They look good.
Crazy. Why don't we do this anymore?
All right.
I don't know. It
So
bums me out.
a few weeks ago with Rumpelstiltskin, we were confused as to how he was even aware of the country of America and
Yes.
his sort of understanding of comedic culture. Red Baron drops a fucking 90s knot joke. Flies by the car. Time for the Red Baron to disappear like a bad dream. Nicht.
Got him.
Jimmy pops
So
the
hard.
trunk right as the Red Baron's flying over it. This fucking knocks the Red Baron away for the bit. The mom, she ends up hitting a fucking parked car. She flips the goddamn car, dude. The ladies always flip for me. Son of a bitch, though. Red Baron. This fucker's out of gas. I thought he was fucking battery powered, but nope. He pulls up to a fucking service station. Wouldn't you know it? I left my AAA card in Berlin.
So good.
Yep. He fucking blows up the gas station once he's done filling up. Thankfully, Mom and Jimmy are okay. They head to the hospital to go get Grandpa. They get there by taxi. This is a weird little unnecessary scene.
Mm-hmm.
They tell the taxi driver, hey, we don't have any money, but we got to go inside and get our grandpa and we'll come right back. The driver, he's like, I came to this country. Why would you do this to me? This is so fucked up. Mom's like, hey, I got this watch. I'll give you this watch. It's worth like $150. He's like, I can't believe you're doing this to me. They're like, come on, dude. Red Baron's after us. He's like, all right, I will stay, but I'm keeping the watch. They get out. Bossy little Jimmy. He's like, you keep the engine running. You keep it hot because when we come out of here, we're going to be moving as fast as my fucking grandpa can move. And we got to go. But they turn their back and this fucking taxi driver takes off. Jimmy, again, Tobey Maguire just in his natural element of like, what the fuck? I can't believe this fucking guy did that. And Mom's like, it was a $10 watch anyway. So they tell you enough. You understand why Jimmy is the way he is. His mom's a fucking shyster. His dad's got anger issues. His fucking grandpa's like all devious and fucking coward and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
he
don't
comes
think
from
Jimmy is as bad as he is, as they say.
Yeah, I'm trying to make an excuse for him. Like he's a victim of his environment. Like his dad never showed him how to hold a Nintendo controller. It's fucking heartbreaking, dude.
But goddamn, he knew how to hold that shotgun.
Yeah, well, his dad's got a wall of them, so.
I don't know. They really gloss over how much of a piece of shit Jimmy is. He did put a teacher in the hospital. It's a little more than your regular high school shenanigans.
I don't know. Sometimes those teachers deserve it. I put 2 in the hospital when I was in school.
But that was from an STI. That's a different thing.
Yeah. Those teachers, those ladies couldn't get enough of me. But are you crying?
It's just so sad.
Got to.
It's just the biology working against this poor man and the
What are you doing here, dude?
you've got to return to the text and the lineage.
To what text? What text?
You know,
Stop crying.
Talk.
when Geppetto, he went into the whale to get his boy, and
God damn it.
this man wouldn't leave a pool for his own flesh. And to be the burden of a female who cannot drive. And
What the fuck are you talking about?
this poor man who never...
You know, if you cry about everything, then nothing is important.
Yeah, we don't take you seriously.
Everything is important, and that's
some point.
you're fundamentally flawed in your argument.
We don't have a show where people come on and cry. We don't respect you if you cry.
If you're
That's
not
rule number 1.
if you're
on this
not
show.
crying, your eyes are not lubricated and you cannot see. And you cannot see, so you are blind. And you must rely on 4 senses.
I think it's
You're gonna list them. Go ahead.
you've got the consciousness
That's not a sense.
in the context of this argument.
No, it's not.
Kron, just let him go.
It's not a sense. He's going to say non-four senses.
We're not having an argument. You're just crying.
But what is not an argument?
See,
You've lost your point. What is the point?
The point is the child and the sins of the father, passed from a hero, debilitated by a lack of stoicism and a lack
Says
of heart
the
pills.
crying man.
mm-hmm.
Wouldst thou prefer me be marble?
You're really speaking like some 1400s mythical being right there.
Be whatever, however you want to be. Just tell us what you're trying to tell us, dude.
An immigrant comes to this country, and the transaction must happen.
What the fuck?
What transaction?
When you break
What are
the
you talking
threshold,
about?
when you break the threshold, and you are in, you are expecting the care of this driver to take you to the hill, and you will mount, and you will come down with commandments, which say, number one sense is a consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And this voice is starting to sound a little bit more like a Gallagher.
Like the guy who...
And you must
Smashes
smash the melon
watermelons.
of consciousness.
All right.
And the
he was
burden.
briefly into Kermit sometimes too.
Well, it starts with a Kermit, and you add a little bit of O to it.
Right.
All right, I booted him from the fucking Zoom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
About fucking time.
I'm super bummed he only named one of the four senses.
What was it?
Consciousness, I think.
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't know.
sense.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I was really hoping to find out how Revenge of the Red Baron relates to the monomyth, but I guess we'll never know.
I mean, I could see some sort of like, did he mention like Sins of the Father? It's
Oh,
kind of a classic.
Every time.
Yeah. This fucking guy. All right.
He's
So,
really only got like 3 things that he
sorry about
harps
that.
on. you
Yeah.
know? Oh, no, I mean the real guy.
Not the-
Kind of
That's the
surprised
right
you
guy.
didn't talk about Jimmy's need to clean his room, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, if you were to bring that up, I'm sure he'd say maid, mother,
Yeah.
household, you know. Okay. All right. So this taxi driver, he bolts. All right. Mr. Spencer. Oh, no, this isn't the fucking Red Baron. It's the nurse. Sorry. Mr. Spencer, wake up. It's
Whoa,
time.
she's German?
Yeah, dude. It's fucked up. She's been a fucking plant the whole time. All right. This is a funny line. Mr. Spencer, wake up. It's time for your sleeping pills.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
But Grandpa's...
Yeah. You know it's funny when you say it's funny before you say it. That's how you know it's a good line.
Ouch.
Wow.
Are you trying to convince Kron or are you trying to convince yourself?
Just a generic objective statement. I guess I had errantly started to do it in the Red Baron voice. And I had already committed to the statement that I thought it was funny. And then I had to backtrack.
You don't have to explain yourself.
I do. I really like Chris and I want him to like me. And anytime he thinks less of me, it's like, well, that means he thinks more of Kron. And
Love you. You've been on 50% of the episodes of my show.
yeah, I think that's more of a
So you
family
don't like me
planning
and Kron.
situation. All right. Again, I think that that's a good joke, and I stand by it. But the grandfather, he's
So
faking
do
it
I.
because he knows he wants to sneak out.
Dan, I already know you love every joke in this movie. You don't need to reiterate.
All right. Mom and Jimmy, they show up. They start helping the grandpa escape. But goddamn, we cut out that devious little Red Baron. He's parked up on a little phone booth. He calls the nurse's station. He wants to know where Herr Spencer is at. He's got a delivery for him. Kron, little Red Baron sitting on top of the phone booth.
Crank calling, dude?
It's not murder, but it's pretty bad.
I guess.
All right.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. Making a prank call.
You wanted bad
Yeah.
shit, bro.
And prank calling people's not the Jerky Boys made a living on this, dude.
You wanted BADD bad shit, bro. That's what I was giving you.
If murder is worst thing, everything else is just bonus bad.
Yeah, he's bad. He's terrible. I hate him when I'm watching this movie. That's how bad he is.
Why?
Because he's so bad. I hate him. I'm so good. He's so bad. I fucking hate him, dude.
You sound like a defeated man.
Every minute of this movie, I was thinking, I hate this little guy.
All right. The alarm goes off in Grandpa's room, so the nurse has to go check it out. What do you know? They pulled the old pillow under the sheet trick. Now, we haven't really mentioned Grandpa's roommate,
2 in a row.
who is just high on life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
On his deathbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pumping him full of...
When the nurse comes in, the roommate freaks out. He points to the window. Red Baron's just sitting up on that fucking windowsill like a fucking cooling American fucking made apple pie. The nurse, she's like, just calm down, all right? It's just Mr. Spencer's toy. And God, it's an ugly old thing. Beauty is in the gun sights of the beholder.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, I love this whole movie.
He puts this fucking rude nurse down. Jimmy and fam, they arrive home thanks to a ride from a trucker. I don't know, like fucking Darlene from Poison Ivy 1.
Oh!
But guess who's right behind them? The family, they take up arms in the neighborhood. They don't go to the police station at this point.
Again, I think you asked this with one of these other 2 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Would you? Who would believe you?
I guess it's a choice of take your chances, see if you can kill the Red Baron,
Yes.
or go to jail and maybe the Red Baron never shows up to try to kill you.
And the rest of your life is ruined because you got murder 1.
It's the fucking worst one.
That's the
Yeah,
worst one,
you're right.
man. That's the worst
You're right.
one.
All right. Neighbor shows up. It's 10 o'clock at night, and I guess he's finally done with the weed eater.
Well, you saw the amount of land he had to weed eat, dude. I mean, it's
So
a
good, dude.
This dude's gone through fucking a dozen Macanudos.
it's a weeks-long job.
Jimmy just barking orders. Go put that by the fucking garage and go home. Too late. Red Baron buzzes in, shoots the nosy neighbor. Family takes shelter back into the house. Did you guys notice that the fireplace was boarded up?
Yeah. That was weird.
Who did that? The
You
maid?
gotta
Like the
watch
real maid?
Revenge of the Red Baron Redux.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to see what was left on the cutting room floor.
They haven't finished out that part of the model home yet, dude.
I wonder if there's a commentary. I should have checked.
Is that where, like, did Miss Featherbottom, like, trip and fall into it?
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, Miss Fingerbottom?
Who wants a banger in the mouth? All right. They're back in the house. This
I
fucking
forget
Red
here in the colonies, you call them a sausage in the mouth.
Red Baron's too damn fast, though. They can't shoot him as he buzzes by. The mom, she's got this, looks like a fucking repeater. She thinks she gets a shot into him. Sticks and stones will break my wing struts. Grandpa tells the family, though, that they can't kill him with conventional weaponry. No bullets. We're going to have to hope for a thunderstorm. It's lightning that's going to send him back. Jimmy runs upstairs, and it is magically morning. Guess what? Red Baron magically has a mustard gas bomb, and he drops down the chimney.
The cutest mustard gas bomb ever.
We know you're on the German side, Dan. We get it.
They would have never got this far if those were what they look like in the real war.
Right. They run from the mustard gas outside.
Where do you buy those?
Time to paint the family portrait. There's lead in my paint. Fucking grandpa gets shot in the shoulder.
Don't let RFK know shit.
He won't do anything about it, so it doesn't matter.
As long as there's no fluoride in the water, your body can combat gunshots naturally. Family shooting. Of course, they're missing. My God, don't you have gun control in this country?
No.
Nope, not at all.
Jimmy falls in the pool. He's got to dive under the water to avoid the Baron's fire. And Baron comes in. Ha ha, let's shoot some pool. Shoots the fucking control for the pool cover. Jimmy gets stuck underneath it. Mom, quick to react, though. She stabs the tarp with the end of her rifle. He gets out.
It's a pool, right? You could either swim to the edge and just pop up. The cover is not anchored down in any way. Or if you're in the middle, you should create an air pocket, take a breath, get where you need to go.
Lift up on the cover.
On any part of it, really.
It's a tarp.
It's basically nothing.
If that tarp has a seal on the water and you push on it, you're not creating an air bubble.
I could create an air bubble. Dan, next Buds, book a place with a pool.
It's a methane bubble, buddy, that you're thinking.
I could make a bubble, dude. It would not be.
I got a tarp. We'll get a pool.
Spread your arms out.
We'll toss you in.
Look at that. You see what I'm doing? That whole thing
Dude,
there.
that's
would
a
be an
dead
air
man
bubble.
float.
That would be an air bubble.
And that's what they teach you in the Navy. That way, if enemy fighters come by, you look like you're all dead.
I'm pretty sure in one breath, though, I could swim from one end of a pool to another.
I don't. I'll take that fucking.
It's not an Olympic-sized
All right,
pool,
Greg
dude. It's like a
Louganis.
fucking. It's like a 12-foot pool. It's not that big.
I want to know when all of our friends are going to show up to an Airbnb for the 5DR Olympic Games of all the fucking bets we've made.
Yeah, watch me die in a pool.
Watch me get shot with an arrow with a crossbow.
People would be so bummed. Like, there'd be like murmurs of like, why wasn't that Bones?
Really, Laundry Dan really died on the first night.
Yeah. Chris could have just taken Bones' spot and it'd been fine. DK could have replaced Dan in the next year.
Why do I have to
Think of
stay?
that lineup. Because you do all the characters and shit.
No.
All right.
Yeah,
Time to get
do,
fucking.
like,
Time to get serious, man.
Werner Herzog and stuff.
Jimmy starts controlling the other plane. Time to challenge the Baron to a dogfight. His plan: let's lead this fucker into the power lines. They'll use the electricity to send him back to wherever he came from.
How about just step on him?
Mm-hmm.
You got to catch him first, dude.
Go inside and wait for him to run out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
They've had him in the plane several times.
House is full of mustard
they've been carrying
gas.
around the plane.
Well, they didn't know he was alive by that point.
Okay.
Why didn't Red Baron kill this old guy when he was just hanging out on the 5th floor up there?
Toying with him, dude.
He hadn't been electrified yet.
He likes to play with his prey. They're shit-talking each other. Now, the grandpa, he notices that while the chimney was magically boarded up, the fucking electric supply into the house was just laying loose on a bunch of bushes. So he starts wheeling over to that. Jimmy and the Red Baron, they still go at it. Jimmy starts having visions of that first dogfight that we saw at the beginning of the movie, France 1918. What's going on? Finally, the Red Baron gets stuck in the lines, but there's no power until Grandpa connects the lines.
Aw, geez, Doc.
I love that they have his face painted like black before he connects it.
Doc,
He
you
loves
telling
that.
Me, Doc, you telling me that you put a Nazi inside of an RC airplane?
That's right, Marty.
I figure if you're going to do some murder, why not do it with some style? All right. Boom. Red Baron. He's gone. The neighbor's body, he's getting loaded into the ambulance as Jimmy tells his mom, man, it really feels like I was up there, you know? Real man, mano a mano dogfight. As they walk away, Jimmy says, but I guess it's really over. We hear, it's never over. We see that the Red Baron's little cute parachute's hanging from a tree. The end. Revenge of the Red Baron.
There are also some paramedics. I guess they're loading up the neighbor at the end of the movie.
Yeah. That was my thought. Or they were just treating the grandpa and they said, nah, he's fine. He's old.
Why would the cops not be there? There have been 2 murders at the same location in 2 days.
They're trying to track down a taxi driver that stole a $10 watch.
That's fair.
Dan, did you uncover anything about Revenge of the Red Baron from 1994?
Revenge of the Red Baron from 1994, directed by Robert Gordon. Released February 16th of 1994 with a budget of who the fuck knows and a box office of direct-to-video.
Oh, I'm going to take this moment, Kron. I think I now get your Stuart Gordon mix-up, if it's Robert Gordon. So apologies for saying Roger Corman when you may have just meant the director. Sorry.
It was fair because I was trying to refer to Roger Corman.
Okay.
But I said Stuart Gordon because they're basically tied together in my mind. But this guy is named Robert Gordon, so it just adds another layer of confusion into the joke. I fucked it up 3 different ways.
Holy shit, man. At the theater that month, you could catch Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. If you are an Eagle Eye listener, you know that Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, came up a few episodes ago. You could also catch Schindler's List.
Which one do you guys like more? OG or Nature Calls?
What's the one where he does the rhino bit, where he crawls out of the asshole?
That's Nature.
Nature Calls.
That's my favorite.
My wife said to me the other day, because Dan Marino was a Jeopardy question, she said, do you know the only reason I know Dan Marino played for the Dolphins? And I was like, Ace Ventura. And she was like, yep. I was like, well, glad that stuck.
Wait, you guys got to answer too, though. Which one do you like better?
I was getting ready to ask Chris.
I truthfully haven't seen them in probably like 30 years. I remember liking the second one more, but I was also a child, so.
Yeah, that would have been my answer too. Bones?
I legitimately don't know. It's kind of a question of wondering if one of you could sort of sway. Kron bringing up the rhino. I do think that's the best bit between the two. I mean, that is just...
I also watched them a lot when I was younger. I think that bit still holds up.
Yeah.
If I watched it now, I think I would laugh at it. So
the first one is just so fucking fresh, though. I mean, just that whole attitude, that whole character is incredible.
I don't know if the storyline is so fresh in 2025.
Well,
may not have aged.
It doesn't
very
age
well.
great. That's true.
You could catch that Schindler's List and 5D Our Own on Deadly Ground. Go check out that episode.
Hell yeah.
The only thing I could find on this movie was the official tagline, which is, "The last war will be waged, not for the honor of nations, but for the love of family." And then I thought about doing some Red Baron history facts, but I was like, fuck that.
I prefer Red Baron fantasy facts.
You didn't get anything about the pizza company?
Pizza company? Oh, like Red Baron Pizza?
Yeah.
They're my favorite frozen pizza, man. Don't
They're
spoil
pretty
it
good.
for me.
You're a Red Baron over Tombstone?
100%.
Tombstone was great until about 10 years ago. They changed their formula. It tastes like shit now. Now I probably go like the deli, whatever the deli makes their pizzas at the store brand pizza. That's the best.
Yeah.
Brewster's Millions.
Whatever
Store
Aldi
brand
has.
Brewster's Millions.
Aldi has a thin crust right there when you walk in. And that's some good shit.
I think Red Baron, it's like I've tried the pizza that's twice as much the frozen option.
Yeah.
And every time I get it, I'm like, should have just got 2 Red Barons at this point.
100%. Yeah. We usually have to do like it's usually like a vegan cauliflower, something that would just have at least vegetables on it. Because Sam's like, I feel bad eating pizza already. So if it's just cheese pizza, like she needs the illusion that there's vegetables on it. And that's a thing where I'll let her eat 4 or 5 of those slices and I just take most of the Red Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have that.
Red Baron tastes better anyway, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's delicious. And the one great thing about having an asshole cat that is constantly on your counters is Sam's okay with me taking the entire pizza into the living room. Guess what? That means I'm eating the entire pizza.
Nice.
I'm a big boy.
Now, how much ranch are you putting on that pizza?
A 2-liter gallon worth.
yeah.
Thank God.
Just like Dan likes.
Fucking Christ.
Mainlining that shit.
Mm-hmm.
No shit. We got home Sunday. The wife returned. I think I sent you guys a picture with like the biggest ranch. I was like, well, the boys bought this little one over here. And she was like,
Big question. Have you guys broken into those soda streams yet?
not yet.
Seriously?
Not yet.
I have not either.
It is there. I see it every day. And I'm like, I need to set that up. And I just haven't yet.
I huffed all the CO2 out of mine, if that counts for anything.
Well,
But nobody's supposed to know we have soda streams, dude.
Yeah. I don't want to be labeled some Richie Rich Brewster's Millions, dude.
Rate my box.
all right, let's rate this bad boy. 2.4. That's what we calculated.
Yep.
That's the calculated letterboxd average.
All right. Chris, Kron, you both locked me in at a 2.0. Dan, a little bit more positive, 2.5. I'm already talking. Say Dan, 2.0. Kron, 1.5. Chris, why not 2.5?
Wow. Chris, I'm going to give you a 1.5. Dan, you had not one negative thing to say about this movie, and your score doesn't matter. Dan, I'm guessing a 5.0. You loved this goddamn flick.
I'm going to say Bones 2.0. And Dan, if you rate this higher than TMNT 2, I swear to God. So I'm giving you a 1.5.
What do you got
You
for
said-
Kron? Sorry.
Didn't we do that at the beginning?
You did mine at
Well,
the beginning.
you
Oh.
said Bones in your
Yes.
preamble here.
Oh, correct. Kron 1.5. Dan 1.5.
Kron, I am going 1.5. Chris, let's do a 2.0.
Dan, don't make people wait. Tell us how much you love.
Hey, this category is called Little Bad Guy. And goddamn, this is a little bad guy. Okay? He's got the cutest mustard gas you ever did see. He's fucking shooting people with a fucking RC plane. How do you not like this? I mean, cut the fucking runtime, please, by like 20 minutes. Tobey Maguire, he's not bad. The dad is absolutely fucking brilliant. That is just a great performance. Wish he wouldn't have died off. I honestly feel like if Charles Band or Brand, whatever the fuck his name is, would have done this, everybody would be like, "Oh, this is so fucking great." But this is fun, dude. This is a 2.0. I mean, I had a good time. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but like I said, man, if you're judging this off the category that Cron Howard wanted, that's a little bad guy. I mean, that is a really bad guy.
Wow, insightful stuff. Thank you, Dan. Kron, what you got?
Dan, the name of this category is One Night Under the Big Top, Little Bad Guys. I don't think you've said it once in its entirety during this run of films. The movie's not good, despite what Dan says. This was mostly a dreadful experience. I mean, the movie's an hour and a half. I had to split this up over 2 nights to get through this thing. I think I was probably in this record being harsher on this movie than I truthfully am. There are a few bright spots here and there. The dad biffing, getting back on his floaty, genuinely made me laugh. I don't think that was intentional, but it made me laugh quite a bit. Another thing we didn't bring up on this record, I'm 50-50 this movie was sponsored by Adidas in some way because Tobey Maguire wears exclusively Adidas hoodies throughout the entire film. All in all, it's very confusing. It's not good. I don't like most of what the Red Baron does. Rooney is far past his prime. But man, when I say I want to watch these puppet movies, I'm hoping we get some weird off the wall shit. And honestly, this is weird off the wall shit. I had never heard of this before. It's not good. I guess all in all, I can say I like it better than Nothing But Trouble. I'm giving this a 1.5.
Wow. Revenge of the Red Baron. It's kind of the polar opposite of what I was saying about Child's Play last week, where I said, what meaningful criticism do I have? When it comes to Revenge of the Red Baron, it's more like, what meaningful praise do I have of this movie? And it's mostly just like, yeah, like the camera, for the most part, because it's not always true, was pointing at the actors who were saying their lines as they were written on the script. It does have a few good practical effects scenes, mostly two cars flipping within the space of a minute of each other. So, yeah, I enjoyed that, but it's a case of too little, too late, I think. Both this and Rumpelstiltskin have similar issues with the humor. I think I minded it more in Rumpelstiltskin because without the poor humor in that movie, it had potential. This movie had no potential, and therefore, whenever the Red Baron said one of his one-liners, like, yeah, they're very stupid, it didn't bother me as much because I had never had any sort of illusion of this being a good movie. One thing I will say about this movie is that a long time ago, Bones said that you guys had already covered every puppet, doll, little bad guy movie. I think this is proof positive that is not true because this is one that I had never heard of. It's got 256 logs on Letterboxd, and yet here we are reviewing it. There's still so many more movies like this yet to be covered. But really struggling between a 1 and a 1.5 because I think if I remember anything about this movie, it might be Tobey Maguire calling someone a decrepit piece of shit. I honestly don't think I will remember that a few years from now. And it's tough. I didn't hate it, but like the only praise that I can give it is like it meets the criteria of being a movie in the barest sense of the word. So game time decision, I think I'm going to say 1.5 because I don't hate it. It's somewhat competent, I guess. That's it.
Thank you, Chris. And thank you for being a champ and showing up for every episode of this category.
Absolutely.
Despite some confusion with the 12-hour clock.
Fucking Dan.
We do appreciate your efforts and
I'm sorry.
everything you've done for the show.
Send you an old spaghetti factory gift card.
And how
Whoa.
fitting that you're here
a
for
meal there, dude, is like $25.
Careful.
So
Is this a good movie? Yes. Is this a bad movie? I don't know.
yes,
Because what is bad?
this is bad.
I don't know.
Okay,
When you're so full of weird, goofy stuff, you kind of elevate something. Now, Kron, you and I often inverse each other. Game of Pleasures, I gave a 1.0. I was pretty negative on it. I think that was just overall an excuse for some guy to touch some boobs and a guy to hop into a trash can. And you found it within you to justify that there was enough weirdness in the movie for you to get enjoyment out of it. And that's kind of where I am with this. It is a tonal mess. To go from a dad being murdered by a bug zapper to a kid being accused of murder, and the whole time, the reincarnated soul of a German fighter pilot buzzing around in a grandfather's RC airplane is weird enough for me to just sort of like, I gotta give this a proper attention and respect that it requires. this being cut from an intent, like when I don't know where I read it, so I hope I'm not totally talking out of my ass, but it does feel as though there was an attempt for this to be more of a tongue-in-cheek, hard horror comedy. And the decision to try to cut that out, I think, enhances the weirdness of it. I do think that most of the people are just, I think Lorraine Newman is just sort of neutral. She doesn't quite understand it and grasp it. Mickey Rooney may not have even knew where he was. But I think the dad is keyed in. I think the weird cop is keyed in. I think the neighbor is keyed in. And I'm along on the journey for him. So I hope everybody watches this. And if you hate it, I get it. But I think for every 3 people that hate it, I think there's going to be somebody like Dan and I that's going to be like, you know what? That fucking mustard bomb was pretty fucking cute. And this little German dude having a Thomas the Tank Engine face and dropping stupid ass puns and a not joke alongside one of the better car explosions we've had in the last few weeks is fucking wild. So this is a 2.5. Enjoy your point, Dan.
Insane.
That's a 0.5 for Chris and Kron.
All right, guys. Let's see. Revenge of the Red Baron would have an average score from the 4 of us of 1.88. This would currently be right at number 154 on the big list. This would be right below Gone with the Pope at number 153, and right above one of our early episodes, Deep Rising, at number 155.
That is a fucking travesty. Deep Rising is so much better than this movie.
It really is.
Well,
I think the scoring curve of the first year is way off, man. We all eased up as the show went along. All right. Chris, let's get this out of the way. Not to brush this off. Host the Dead Formats podcast everywhere you get your podcast. You've done this the last 2 weeks. Anything else you'd like to tell the people where they can find you?
I would like to correct the last 2 weeks. I listened to the episodes and I kept saying Twitter. I've not been on Twitter for like 6 years. I don't have a Twitter account. Blue Sky. That's the thing that everyone's on. Dead Formats Pod, Instagram, and Blue Sky. I would prefer a follow on Blue Sky because I'm fucking old and I don't understand Instagram at all. So check it out. Bones is on there. Kron is on there. And Dan is on there. It's good stuff.
We appreciate you, man. I've said this ad nauseum, but one of the best parts of doing this show has been the friends we've made along the way. And we appreciate your support and being a sport. So thanks for being here, man. Now, you listen to the show, you were well aware at the end of every category, we must play Fuck, Marry, Kill. As the guest, would you like to go first or last?
I mean, kill Red Baron. No question about that. I guess I would have to fuck Chucky because I've seen the TV show. He's not a good life partner. And I got to marry Rumpelstiltskin because all he wants is a baby.
Whoa, Ace of Base. Dan, what about you? It's Kron's category. We're going to make him go last.
This is kind of a tough one.
Yeah.
I think I'm with Chris. I think I'm fucking Rumple. I I'm gonna marry Child's Play because I've always wanted to fuck the mother from Seventh Heaven. Bring her some real sin into her life, baby.
I've smoked cock.
Mhm.
And I think I'm gonna kill Revenge, but not because I want to. I enjoyed Revenge, so that's where I am.
Yeah, I gotta be objective with this. You gotta kill Revenge of the Red Baron, and just in terms of craft and franchise, you know what? Not a great life partner, but you got some financial security if you marry Chucky. So, what you got, Kron?
Dan said he doesn't want to kill the Red Baron. I absolutely do. That would be my kill. I would fuck Rumpelstiltskin and marry Chucky. Child's Play, I guess we should say. It's clearly it's far and away the best movie that we watched. So, like I said, I've not seen the sequels, so I have no basis to include those. But if I just isolate that first movie, it's a good time. So, there you go.
Thanks, brother. Guys, that was One Night Under the Big Top, Little Bad Guys. We hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. Remember, all the fighting, it's just a front. When we're really mad, we don't make jokes. But I'm holding true to my promise. I'm quitting the show, Kron. Reap what you sow. So,
You'll be back.
for Laundry Dan, for Kron Howard, and our best buddy, our buddy to the end. He don't need no batteries. Chris, I've been Bones. This is 5 Day Rentals. Good night and good luck.
God, I love Red Baron pizza.
We didn't do this line, but there's a part where Rudy goes, ba 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 ba, bang, you're dead.
Why don't you mind your own business, you decrepit piece of shit?
You just act tough. You gotta act fucking tough, okay? It's gonna
Yeah.
be all right.
That's what I've always heard. So,
Ow! I'm not the biggest guy here, dude. What?
they say you got to punch the first guy you see when you get into prison.
No, the biggest guy you see.
I don't know
God
if that's right.
damn it, dude.
What?
Ow!
Yeah.
That's fucked up, dude.
All right, hold my pocket.
No.
Ben Grimm. Rockman.
What's up?
I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, me too. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not a part of this.
Yeah, do you want to turn back into a rock? I'll put you in my pocket.
Well, I was never in the rock, but yes, I
I'm
will
giving-
turn back into the rock.
What, are you getting bail or something?
Yeah.
Whoa. Dan, I fucking told you, dude. He's a fucking rock. He's in the rock.
I'm going to
I
tell
told you
you.
that the whole
Shut
time.
up about the fucking rock, all right?
Dan,
I
pray
got
to
something
him.
important to tell you. I'm fucking done. I've had my fucking fill of you guys. I think you need to sit in here and rot and beat the shit out of each other.
Come on, dude.
But mostly, I got a fucking waitress pregnant. And I got it.
Did she bail you out?
No, I'm gonna.
You can't pull the bars like that.
I'm on the other side of the cell, dipshit.
He's that werewolf string.
All right.
bro.
Yeah. So we're
It's fucked up,
We're
dude.
done. But just in case I do come back, let me Daniel Day-Lewis this shit and tell you guys to stay alive. I will find you.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Crash and burn, fuckers.
There will be blood?
I don't know.
What part is that? I don't remember that part of the movie.
Didn't fucking bail us out, dude. Guess we're just here. Fucking jail. Should pucker up that asshole, dude, because we're gonna be here for a while, because we ain't got no fucking money, Kron.
I'm goat seeing. Look at it.
You need a shave, I'll tell you that. The food is good.
No, it's not. It's prison food.
I hope it is good.
It sucks.
These jumpsuits are pretty cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked orange. You think we're gonna sail together?
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
What do you think I've been gaping my asshole for?
That's for everybody else. I'm not fucking you.
Come on.
I know what comes out of that asshole. I'm not putting anything in that asshole.
I trust you.
Shit is fuck.